also manifests in all our aspects. But we know if we don't handle well along here, these people's future can be curtailed and be cut short. And some of the predominant issues that comes in is early marriages for the young girls. So if they miss information on how to take up themselves, they end up having early marriages. The other one, high dropout rates from schools, which is affecting more of the girl child. The other one is, of course, they will get unwanted pregnancy. That shoots the high rate of teenage pregnancies. So these are within their brackets. Though it crosses to the young people, 24, 25 and above. And if they get some of this, unfortunately, they end up losing their lives through illegal abortions. Because they want to cut the story short of pregnancy, which is often done outside the maternal, the parental knowledge. And the people fronting these are hidden, among them the boyfriends, other peer teams, and of course some of our health workers also help to procure this, though illegally. So by end, you get infections which are not supported by appropriate procedures and treatment. So they die of sepsis, they die of bleeding, and often the numbers of maternal death increases, which affects our people as a country. However much the UN, the USAID, the UNICEF, and UNDPs are supporting us, some of these numbers which are preventable are increasingly contributed by this stage. Secondly, the biggest problem here is because of the knowledge gap. And I want to say we applaud Hope Bali, RHU, USAID, and their other implementing partners, that they have come in handy to support our community and especially the young people and the health workers in equipping them with the knowledge and appropriate skills in combating some of these young people's challenges relating to reproductive health. Of course, one which I had not mentioned was about STDs and STIs. And here, our young men are the biggest culprits. They move in these trousers when they are harboring enough infections to spread around. So as I speak now, we are at 21.3% teenage pregnancy. It is not yet uhuru, for those who know Kiswahili. Out of every 10 pregnancies, 2 of them are young people below 19 years. But if I went to the young people of 24, we are around 28 to 32. That means for every 10, 3 are below 24 years. And you know, these categories have a lot of challenges, which I don't want to go better for now, for you updated me that today is your feedback. But I wanted to say that if you are young, your reproductive and pelvic area is not yet well developed. So these are people contributing to our highest rates of obstructed labor and prolonged challenges. So by end, these babies, they fail to push, as midwives are here. They struggle, they push in the villages. They don't want also to inform the parents. They don't want to attend antenatal because they are ashamed. They are booed down by the friends of their mothers, and they don't want friends to see them the way they are, because they still have that timid and fear. So we need to give them information to empower them as frequent as possible so that they come out and attend antenatals, and their risks are identified early. If you are able to push, better, but this is the normal channel. If you have a challenge, this is where to go. So that is the picture, and is the reason we are touching this area. Those who are able to push normally, unfortunately, they delay, they prolong, and the babies have mental retardations, what you call cerebral palsies and others, because the brain was delayed to receive oxygen perfusion. So they end up having retarded children. You take them to school, problem at home, socioeconomically challengeful. So it's a big nuisance. So I want to implore everyone that RSH is not as easy as we hear. It is encompassing multitude of problems in this generation.
So there is still a challenge in career guidance. And I also became interested in knowing why they are interested in becoming a house girl, and it perturbed me a little. One of them told me, you see, when you become a maid in somebody's home, there are chances that the man in the home can marry you. And they gave me examples. For them now, their interest is the other man will be interested in me, and maybe I will be the one now enjoying what was being enjoyed in that particular home. So you see that that puts us in a state that we really need to understand these people at a very young age, and then also much more career guidance should be done at school at that age when they can know the importance of some, because maybe their only role model is that maid that has gone and always brings new clothes.
300,000 cannot even investigate a case of files. But you find they are giving you 300,000 for fuel to investigate all cases in the district. So we are facing a problem or a challenge of facilitation, majorly investigating those cases. Then the second challenge is that, you know, those are cases which need privacy.
Sure.
As someone, we're engaging someone that has been raped, has been filed, we need to engage with secrecy and privacy. But I will try my level best to secure a room. Then another department that interacts with majorly the young is the Department of Child and Family Protection Unit. Of recent, we are seeing a total breakdown in families, and is a major contributor of the cases, of the high level of cases. Majority of the parents have left their individual roles of grooming the children in the guise of I'm busy. And they have all shifted the burden to the stakeholders, majorly the Child and Family Protection. You go there, you will find young, you will find the man is fighting the woman, the man has failed to provide, and those, in fact, these young children of ours. Nonetheless, for us in Child and Family Protection, we don't go majorly with arrests and prosecutions.
On behalf of the people of kapchorwa, I want to pledge maximum support for the formulation of the ordinances, because we know where there are guiding regulations and laws, at least people can move at a low pace in committing crimes. But of course, my worry in the issue of ordinances also, we have ever had one at the district council, but enforcing it has become a very big challenge. Like currently, I can make mention of that across East Africa, Uganda is one of those countries that has the best policies that if they were put into use, Uganda would have been far ahead of all what these other East African countries. But we have a challenge. We have very good policies in place, but for us, the politicians and the technical people who are supposed to be implementing are the ones again going against what? The same policies that we have. So I pray hard that after the formation of these ordinances, we work together as a team, we agree as politicians and technical persons, we ensure that when these ordinances are there, we have to enforce them such that they can cause impact that we need. And my observation Even I've been interacting a little bit with the youth, like the girls. They fear pregnancy more than even AIDS, because for them they believe at least AIDS has ARVs and you can keep taking the ARVs and you can be fine. But if you produce the child, you will become dirty, you will be tied up, you don't have time to do other things. So we actually have a very big role to play as far as bringing youth back to normal is concerned.